what makes the Toyota GT86 such a special car to drive. It's £25,000. I've recorded a video review which you can find elsewhere on the Speedmonkey channel, but I wanted to give you a flavour of why it's such a nice car to be in, to drive, why it feels like a proper sports car, and how it goes about that. The first thing to consider is the driving position and how you are in the car. You're cocooned in the car. So the door itself, we'll open the door and you can have a quick look. If I move that, the door itself, the sill of the door is no higher than in a normal car. It's not like a Lotus, a real sports car, which has got high sills that you have to step over to get into. It's pretty, you just get in and you dump yourself in the seat, and it's no more difficult or awkward than any other hatchback or normal car. However, once you're in the seat, you've got this really high handbrake here. The steering wheel is right in your lap. The seat bolster, you've got thigh support. Then you've also got at your waist, you've got this really wide support here and the shoulder support here. So once you're in, you feel, and your feet are deep in the footwell, you really feel like you're sitting in, driving the car. You're not sitting on the seats, you're sitting in them. So you feel already in control. The manual gear stick is perfectly placed, it's just in the right position. The steering wheel has enough adjustability out and in. You can just get yourself set up perfect and you feel cocooned in the car. So let's fire it up. This has got a keyless start and you have to put your foot on the clutch to start it. The next thing to consider about the car is that it feels like you are the axis of the car between the front and the back. The front end has lots of grip. The rear end feels same tyres, but the rear end is quite prepared to lose a little bit of grip if it wants to. But you feel like the axis of the car is moving around you when you're on the go, and I'll demonstrate that a little bit more as we'll go for a drive, and I'll try and convey a little bit more about what I mean about that. The engine in the GT86 is a 2 litre flat 4 boxer. It's got just under 200 horsepower. It's got just over 200 pound-foot of torque, and it revs to 7,500 RPM. This one's a manual gearbox, 6-speed manual, and as with any car like this, you've really got to work it. So let's take right down second gear. I'm doing 20 miles an hour right now. Put my foot down. It takes a while. We're on 5,000 revs. 6, 7, 7.5 times change up at 60 miles an hour. It takes a while to get there, and any naturally aspirated sports car feels like that. Go around a fairly tight corner. This is where the GT86 excels. As you go into the corner, the front end feels direct. You change down through the gear, and the rear end just moves out a little tiny bit, and it's controllable, absolutely controllable. The front end doesn't feel like it's going to lose grip, but the back does, but in a tiny way that's helped by the electronics. There's a button you can press called VSC Sport. I have no idea what VSC stands for, but it basically reduces the electronics by a little bit. And as we're changing down for a corner, if you change down, pull your foot off the clutch fairly quickly, the rear wheels lock up just instantaneously. Right, we've got a really sharp corner ahead, which I'm going to go around in second gear. We head into the corner, brake, rear end comes out a little bit, around the corner, the midsection of the corner where there's no real power, it's neutral, come out of the corner, and as you saw, the rear end kicks out a little bit, and then the car reins it back in. The suspension's pretty nice, it's not usually bumpy. This section I'm going to hit now tests any car. This is seriously bumpy, so I'm doing 60 miles an hour, and I'm probably going to get thrown out of my seat around and about now. There we go. But that handled it reasonably well. So it's not a very hard chassis, it doesn't have very hard suspension setup, but and I missed the gear then, that's my fault, not the gearbox. It's a great gearbox, but the suspension, the chassis is set up kind of in between really hardcore and very soft. It isn't set up in such a way that it ruins the ride. All these things make the GT86 such a great car to drive, to be in, to own. It offers practicality, but it offers that unknown je ne sais quoi of something. It's a brilliance about it that makes it really, for £25,000, just about the best sports car you can buy without spending another 20,000–30,000 on a Porsche or Jag F-Type or something like that.